morning, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Liquor Kenobi. And before we get started, would like guys, please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. Would appreciate that very, very much. All right, let's get into this. So we got an update on what's going on with Nintendo right now. We got the Switch 2 getting ready to come out next month. You know, I've already pre-ordered the Nintendo Switch 2. It's expensive, yes. I know a lot of people can't afford it, but I don't know. I mean, I wish Nintendo didn't go for that price range. I mean, they're trying to blame it on the tariffs, which I don't think it is, not because of that. But Nintendo's by time they have done this before. But we have news of what is going on with it. So let's take a look and see. Switch 2's forecast falls flat as Nintendo admits high price tag could hurt sales. And yeah, this is going to hurt because, see, the Nintendo Switch right now, it's meant for family friendly. It's meant for family friendlies. Now, if this was Microsoft, if this was Xbox, that's understandable, bro. That's understandable because I've paid for consoles that were $500, $600, and which right now, Xbox, Microsoft, they're putting their consoles right up to $600 to $700, man. And it's way too much, including games right now. So it's going to hurt. It will hurt them in the long run. But for people like me that are trying to do it for you guys, which I did it not just for me, I did it for my channel, so that you guys can see that I'm also enjoying playing video games. All right, so let's read this article, see what's going on. Nintendo may be worried about the Switch 2 sales numbers. The Japanese video game company is signaling a more cautious outlook for its next console generation. In a newly published English translation for its end-of-the-year financial question Q&A, Nintendo President Shuntaro Furukawa directly addressed why the company has set a 15 million unit sales target for Nintendo Switch 2's first fiscal year, a figure that has raised eyebrows among investors and fans alike. Despite high pre-order interest in the US and Japan, along with global anticipation for the successor to the best-selling Switch, Nintendo's forecast is only marginally higher than the original Switch's 2017 launch numbers. Now, like I said, dude, the Switch, the original, they went from at least $300 to $400. But now you got it at $450 to $500. $450 just for the regular bundle, and then $500 for the extra, which is the Mario Kart World, and that's pretty high, dude. Fukawa didn't shy away from the recent price. Nintendo Switch 2's price relatively high compared to Nintendo Switch, so we recognize that there are corresponding challenges to early adoption. While the company aims to replicate the success of the original Switch launch, Nintendo appears aware that the higher price tag may pose a barrier to casual gamers and budget-conscious families, a demographic that was key to the original system's honorary success. Yeah, man, the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo itself is meant for is family friendly. It's meant for a family to have fun and all. But now, it's like they're trying to focus on the gamers. They're not focusing on families. They're just focusing on gamers. I mean, they think, oh, if they could afford an Xbox and a PlayStation for $500, $600, I'm sure the Nintendo, they could do the same. But hey, that's what they're doing. To counteract this, Nintendo is bundling key titles like Mario Kart World with the console and is emphasizing continually through backward compatibility. Nintendo Switch 2 can play compatible Nintendo Switch software, so there is continuity between the platforms, Furukawa said, clearly trying to reassure both players and investors that the leap between generations won't leave anyone behind. Still, Furukawa warned that sustaining momentum will be the biggest challenge. Even if there is a momentum around the launch, we know it will not be easy to keep the momentum going over the long term through the holiday season and beyond, he said. This acknowledgement hints at internal concerns about long-term demand especially if the initial surge from hardcore fans and early adopters tapers off before the holiday shopping boom. In a gaming market crowded with powerful alternatives and shifting consumer habits, Nintendo may need more strong branding and legacy software support to maintain interest. The company also clarified that the forecast wasn't based on any external production issues or geopolitical factors like tariffs. In order to achieve sales of 50 million units, we need to manufacture the hardware in quantities greater than that. Furukawa, we are working to strengthen our production capacity so we can respond flexibly to demand. Furukawa also responded to critics that Switch 2 lacks innovation, suggesting that while the new system may appear similar to its predecessor, it has been redesigned from ground up with the company's signature hardware software interrogation. There are products very characteristic of Nintendo, packed full of our development team's dedication to quality through various creative efforts, he said. In other words, Switch 2 may not revolutionize the console landscape, but it aims to become Nintendo's new standard. The question is whether a more expensive, backwards compatible, and conservatively forecasted console can reignite the same magic that propelled the original Switch to become one of the best selling systems of all time. So yeah, man, this is gonna be tough for the sales. Nintendo's gonna have a tough time getting it sold because I mean there are people that are willing to buy this, but for anyone else that's a regular person that wants to buy it for their kids, to have a good time, that's gonna be hard because they gotta pay. Not only they gotta get the console that comes with already with this set, like with this kind of set here, but they got to get an additional one like this, which this piece is separate from these. That's going to cost money. Then they got to get like a Switch card or whatever, unless they have the games cartridges, like me, which I don't have the game cartridges. I have just I do a digital, because I don't have a game store close by to me. So and then of course, like me, I got a controller, which I am going to be getting. That's going to cost a lot of money, man. And of course, you got to include a charged play pack kit. Yeah. So that's going to cost a lot of money already, bro. Already, that's going to cost money. So it's like I said, dude. I mean, this is going to be hard. This is going to hurt. This will hurt a lot of people, man. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes next month, man. You guys let me know in the comments what do you guys think of this. So please, by all means, share this video and post a comment below. Let me know your thoughts about this. Do you think the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to do fine in the market? Do you think it's going to sell well? You guys let me know in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for being part of the channel. And I hope to see you guys until next time. Bye, everyone.